I kept pressing my luck, and eventually it adds up. And then you got a record, and then some police don't care, some judges don't care.
Right.
So,
and in the middle of all this, you decided to make records.
Listen.
I was rapping already. I was rapping before I even Battle Cat discovered me in Wino. So
Shout out to Battle
Cat, yeah.
Legendary.
Yeah, those that's who discovered me. I was like, my first deal, man, Prince tried to sign me. I got a weird story, bro. Prince tried to sign me as a kid.
Tell that story.
Prince tried to, I'm just gonna tell you the whole, Prince tried to sign me, then Battle Cat and them discovered me. Battle Cat and then Wino, who's Coolio's producer. And then my next deal, because they was trying to get me a Tommy Boy, but Tommy Boy wasn't with me. Like Albie was like, Ras is too lyrical. We love him. The kid's adorable, but what the fuck is he talking about? so my next for real, it was like, what the fuck is this kid talking about? And then my next deal, Far Side, that was my deal. Far Side's deal. Mm-hmm. And then my next demo would be what got me the Solo Nice deal, was after.
With the Prince thing though.
Yeah, how did Prince even come to your attention or his attention?
So I was already doing commercial shits, like, you know, how we call it housing. Y'all call it like hip hop, dancing, breaking and all that.
Right.
So we called it housing in LA. So I was like real gymnastic and shit. So I was casting and getting in commercials. So I already knew what residual checks was. Like 13, early. I was like getting bread, like probably making, you know, close to what my mom was making, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like for one jump, like get 30 and then get 15, then get 15 and get 15. Like Pepe jeans, and like I was getting money out, like accident. I just stumbled across this shit, bro. Rap too, and I ended up getting casted in a Prince video. I'll never tell you which one it is.
That's some bull.
Why?
That's some bull.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Long form, you'll never find it. You'll never find it.
I'm gonna find it.
Nobody's found it. I think I go now. Why you say Mecca? Why you say?
I know why you don't want to tell it. Damn.
I got a crazy story, bro.
So you was there doing video.
I was little. You know how those videos were back then. The thugs was just dark-skinned people. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like in the Michael Jackson video, dark-skinned, baggy clothes, hip-hop was thug.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I probably had some baggy jeans. I remember I had a stupid ass, it wasn't stupid, it was the daylight era, so I had the little fucking bucket.
Yeah.
But it had the flowers was under here. Like those
flowers on the brim.
Paisleys or daisies or some shit.
Right.
Hip-hop little nigga, I'm breaking, flipping, whatever, kid. And I'll never forget, everybody casted was like older than me. There's a lot of bad chicks. And they all kept talking about how mixed they were. Oh, well, you know, I'm 1/4 Latin and I'm this. So a whole bunch of fucking mulatto niggas jerking each other off about how fucking great they are.
The different percentages and shit.
No, I'm 1/4 gelato.
Fuck is that?
Fuck out of here, you know.
I understood that shit.
Yeah, but that's the thing that stands out in my brain. So
whenever I hear females say shit like that, I'll be like, so they ran a train on your moms? Like,
looking for validation.
How did it work?
Well, you know, I just tell them, you know, when they lynch you, they'll lynch that part too. They can't like cut out your white part.
Right.
So they'll just lynch the whole nigger.
That's a fact.
Hard R, I do that a lot. Hard pause. But so I did my part. It was just that, you know, whatever, do this part and whatever. And I hit a flip. I used to be really gymnastic, bro. Like I could run up the wall, hit a back flip, flip flop, back beds, pop up, whatever. I was ill. It's an ill gymnastic nigga. So that's some watch shit. They train us like dogs. Walk on your hands, flip off the house. Yeah, for real. They used to train us like
off
fish.
the house.
Like off the roof. Like niggas doing tucks. Like everybody in the hood. Like that was just, it's a big watch thing. Everybody was super gymnastic in shape, which we didn't know later on that would kick in. Scrapping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we all was like that. But long story short, when I did my little part, Prince was like, good shit, man. And I was like, yeah, thanks. And and then it was kind of like the movies and shit. Like his manager came, he's like, "Hey kid, you gotta do anything else?" And I'm like, "Yeah, rap, whatever, da da da." And it was like a 3-day shoot that I was on. So the crazy shit was, then he bumped me and gave me a fucking talking part. And I remember all the mulattoes, all the mixed people shut the fuck up and tried to defer to me. I was a special kid all of a sudden. Right. I watched Fame. I watched Fame. And yeah, no, it was bugged out, bro. I happened to be working with, because we're in the same age bracket, and they're my homies, the boys. You remember the Dial My Heart?
Oh shit, yeah.
Bilal, exactly. So I had this demo with 2 songs because I remember Prince, like they pulled me to the side, we were talking. I was like, actually my demo, I used I used you in one of my songs because I'm a big fan. I'm a Prince, everybody's a Prince fan. He had a song called Joy and Repetition. I love that record. I think the record's brilliant. And his 2 words in the song is love me. My 2 words was Ice Cube, fuck you. So, long story short, I had this amazing whirlwind. They're like, kid, bring the, there wasn't no digital back then. They're like, where's your demo? Bring the demo. Then they called me because the video shoot was over. So for like a week, because I had to, try to get a good mix on the songs. And I mailed it in. And they was like, we got the demo, kid. And then they never, it was crickets. Fuck you. Right. And I'm sure Prince heard these 2 words. Fuck you. And I was like, fuck this kid. They would always that with me. They'd be like, he's an adorable kid. The kid's smart. The kid's got the look. What the fuck is wrong with this kid? Because back then he's probably got, what was it, Tevin Campbell? He's got like fruity niggas, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm like, and he got this little nigga he probably thinks like, super innocent. Nothing but venom comes out of my mouth. Wow, yeah. So yeah, it was all bad, but it was great.
It was all bad, but it was great.
It was great. I loved it, man. I had him filmed, bro, because my friend Bird had stole camcorders, and I wish I had this tape. I had tape of him camcordering him during the video because I would keep my shit. Like I was doing reality TV before there was reality TV. And I had my camcorder, and I walked up to him because human beings, we kind of like sizing the nigga up and they got heels on. I'm like, this nigga, all the pussy in the world, this nigga shorter than me with them heels on. So I remember and I remember thinking like, man, this nigga like a 14-year-old Asian boy. I'm like, I beat the fuck out this little nigga, but he Prince. I'm like, this nigga the bitch, this nigga. Like, but I remember walking up to him and he was showing me so much love. This is probably the last day when I had the camera, the 3rd day. Tidra, the mother of who would later be the mother of my children, was my girlfriend. Right. And I remember I said, my girlfriend is a big fan of yours, and could you say hi to her? And all that confidence and how cool he had been with me the whole time, the nigga started stuttering. And it was crazy, and I had this on tape.
Wow.
When it was personal, it was personal. And apparently when it was that, it was just different, man. It was crazy. I'm glad I probably don't have it because it wasn't.
Yeah.
It would have been cool to watch it,
but not cool to show it.
Yeah, to everybody. But it was ill because he showed me so much love. At least gave me an interest in hearing what I was about doing, and then and then didn't fuck with me. And then later on in life, I heard that he heard something, and had some affinity. Like, oh, that was the kid. Like, I like what he did, but I don't know how true that is. Yeah, rest in peace,
Prince, man.
Listen,
legendary.
But from what I'm hearing, a lot of, like, you were already kind of on a different level to the kids in the neighborhood.
Maybe.
Not maybe. Not maybe. You getting checks is bigger than your mom's checks. You on television, you doing commercials, you doing videos. You was already kind of lined up to be like a different type of kid.
Accident, though. It's all no plan.
No, it's not
no plan, though. That's not my great ideas.
Not your great ideas.
Not my great ideas.
Right.
My homies, it's just coincidence. Like, my friend, I tell niggas I'm an accidental rapper, and even with the acting shit, I am. Right. It's not my thing, bro. I drew and I can
Nobody
flip.
believes that.
Nobody believes it.
I'm telling you.
You don't write Nature of the Threat by accident.
I care about my people. I thought I was gonna be, first of all, you never asked me what I really planned on doing by this age. I wanted to be an archaeologist. I'm still a nerd end of the day. A lot of niggas don't embrace who they are. I've always been a nerd. I like comic book shit. That's why my source shit, and I be talking about Wolverine, nigga, and Adamantium.
Yeah, Marvel.
Yeah,
Marvel
my
all
G.
day.
Twice on Sundays, bro. I embrace, but I'm a hood nerd. Even how I dressed on purpose. I called it collegiate gangster, like hood collegiate. I wore V-necks with the white t-shirt. Like, nigga, I'm a nerd, my nigga, keep it a buck. But I'll pop you. I'm a nerd. I'm like a regular, like, not a tech nerd. I'm like a history comic book nerd from Watts.
Yeah, because Nature Threat, the timeline was.
I love history.
So you kind of put yourself in bad situations trying to fit in with people you wasn't supposed to fit in with.
I don't know if I put myself in bad situations. I wanted to be.
Were your friends nerds?
Yeah, but also some Crips, some is killers.
Yeah.
Some are killers. I always said that. Some of my friends is millionaires, failures, and gangbangers. And what they call them? The shit from Harry Potter. When you don't have magic.
Muggles.
Muggles. I hang out with muggles. Muggles, millionaires, failures, and gangbangers.
Right. don't ask me how I know that.
Cause you got that nerd bar.
Because you got kids.
And I got 5 kids.
Exactly.
Muggles.
We're gonna take a 5-minute break.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.